Good morning, student. Today's chapter, that is chapter number 3, synthetic fiber and fabric. Already you have covered certain topics regarding chapter. This is the last topic I want to cover today. So today we are going to learn about plastics and the environment. Plastics and environment. Plastics. Plastics and the environment. Plastics and the environment. If you relate this plastics with the environment, there are many disadvantages we find. Many are, these are talking about the what are the uses by using plastics, what are the effects to the environment we are talking today. So if you are going to a marketplace for buying vegetables, fruits or any things that you required, you are using poly bags to pack those things. You are carrying a polythene bag to carry those vegetables, or you can say fruits, or you can see many things you are carrying back at home. So also you will find some bottles, plastic bottles or synthetic bottles, which are used and thrown in many places, in the roads, in the drains. You will find in many places. Also you will find garbages. In garbages, lots of polythene bags or different type of synthetic bags are thrown. So what if you throw, this is the reason why these plastics are accumulated in one place. And also you will find in parties, you will use some in parties you will use thermocol plates or some cups which are synthetically made. These cups are also thrown in marriages, parties, and in any functions. You will find here and there thermocol cups or plates are thrown here and there. This also accumulate as a garbage. So this is the reason why our surroundings are unclean. So these plastics are accumulated around in the surrounding, will lead to many various health hazards. It leads to various health hazards. So these plastics, you will find these are thrown here and there on the garbage, or we can say here and there in the roadside. You will find these are not, why these are harmful? Because it is non-biodegradable material. Plastics and other the metal cans are non-biodegradable substance. What is non-biodegradable? Means the non-biodegradable materials or substance are the substance which cannot be broken down into simpler substances or harmless substances with the process of natural process, with the natural process by the action of bacteria. Certain bacteria are there which will decompose. Already I have told before, or already I mentioned in earlier classes, that there are microorganisms which are present in the soil which will help in decomposing certain materials or certain things. But these plastics will not decompose. Why? Because this cannot be decomposed, because these are made synthetically. Synthetically it is made, a chemical processed. Because this plastics, while it is remain in the soil, it may release some coloring agent which is having a toxic agent that may kill some certain bacteria. Useful bacteria are killed by these polythene bags, which will release in year after year, it will release some certain toxic substance. Therefore they will not use this plastic as their food. So they will, this bacteria will not affect or not try to decompose this polythene, because they will feel this, there is the toxics or poisonous, they will cause the poisonous to them. Therefore they are not decomposing, or you can say it is not decomposed in the, for several years it will remain in the soil, which will cause many health hazards, as well as the microorganisms which are present in the soil, as well as the human beings or animals. Got it now? So what are the biodegradable substance? Biodegradable substance are the substance which can be broken into simpler substance or harmless substance by the action of natural process called bacteria. By action of bacteria, which can be easily mixed in the soil, is called, such materials are known as biodegradable substance. If you categorize which substance will take, what is the regenerate period of each material, if you look after each and every things, like first one, peels of vegetables and fruits, you will see it will take 1 to 2 week. It is biodegradable. What is the biodegradable? I can write this biodegradable. It will take how many days? 1 to 2 weeks. This is a biodegradable. If you look up, if you look into cotton, cotton cloth, it will take how many days? It will take how many days? 2 to 5 months. 2 to 5. It is a biodegradable. If you look 1 to 3, if you look wood, if you took wood, it will take 10 to 15 years. 15 years. It is a biodegradable. If you look 1, 2, 3, 4, if you look woolen cloth, this 2 to 5 months, this will take around 1 to 2 to 5 months. And woolen cloth, it will take around 1 year. This is biodegradable. We can say 5. Paper, if you see, it will take around 10 to 30 days. This is biodegradable. If you see like 6, if you see like metals like aluminum can, or you can say any steel can, or any aluminum foil, this will take around 100 to 300 years. This is non-biodegradable. If you see 7, you see plastics, it will take around several years. It is also non-biodegradable. So if you look each and every materials, these peels and vegetables and fruits will take 1 to 2 weeks. These are biodegradable. They can be mixed in the soil, but it is taking how many days? 1 to 2 weeks. At least 14 days is taking. So cotton cloth, they are taking 2 to 5 months. Then wood, if you see, 10 to 15 years. See this, the duration of decomposition in the duration of regenerate of this material. Got it now? If you see metals like steel and aluminum foil, they are taking how many? Or you can say aluminum cans are taking almost 100 to 300 years. 100 to 300 years to mix in the soil. If you see plastic, there are several. Due to this reason, these plastics take several years to mix in the soil, or we can say it will take several years. Therefore, it will cause a soil pollution. It is not environment friendly. So what do we have to do? Disposal of plastics will lead to many health hazards in the environment. We will talk about one point regarding this. Disposal of plastic leads to the following health and environment hazards. Disposal of plastics. Plastics will lead to various health hazard. Environment environment hazard. Health and environment hazards. Got it now? So environment hazards, HAZARD. Got it now? So environment hazards. First one, when plastics were burnt, if you burn plastics, it will release some toxic gases, which also, if you burn, first one, burning plastics release toxic gas which cause pollution, air pollution. Also, it will not, incomplete burning take place. Incomplete burning take place. Burning plastic, if you burn plastic, it will release some toxic gases which will cause air pollution. Also, incomplete burning, it will not completely burn. These plastics will not completely burn if you burn. So it will cause some severe air pollution. And next one is, when plastics are dumped in a fields, they will cause soil pollution. When you dump in plastic in the soil, they will cause soil pollution, because these plastics are not decomposed by some natural process by the action of bacteria. So therefore it will also lead to soil pollution. Next one is, most of the plastics were dumped in the landfills. It causes soil pollution, since plastics buried in the soil cannot be decomposed by microorganisms. What happens if you throw plastics, or if you disposal, or if you decompose, or we can say if you throw in a landfills, this dump landfills, if you dump in soil, what happens? These plastics will not decomposed by bacteria, therefore, or you can say microorganism. This plastics will not decompose by certain microorganisms, which will remain in the soil. This will prevent the seeping of rainwater through the ground. We can say inside the underground. So this rainwater will not allow to seep into the ground. Therefore, in that particular area, the plants which are growing in that particular area will not acquire enough amount of water. So these plants will face scarcity of water, we can say. Why? Because the groundwater level is decreased. In that area, groundwater level is decreased, because the plastics which are dumped in the landfills, these will not decompose by the microorganisms. This remain of these plastics will prevent the seeping of rainwater into the ground. Therefore, the plants will not get enough adequate amount of water. So this is the reason which will affect the growth of plants or environment, trees or plants, we can say. This is the reason why. So effects, it will affect growth of plants. It will affect growth of plants. Next one is, if you are going to market, you are buying polybags and anything, you are also after uses of these polybags, or we can say synthetic bottles or anything, after uses, what are you doing? You are throwing in garbage. Nearby garbage. If you are throwing nearby garbage, those in that garbage there will be some biodegradable substance or non-biodegradable substance. If you are throwing there, what happen? You will find some animals, some domestic animals, they will go near to that garbage places, they will search for food. While eating those foods, sometimes peeled vegetables are packed in the polythene bags, they will consume all those. They will eat up. Along with food, they will eat also plastics. What happens? These plastics will sometimes choke their respiratory tract. It will choke their respiratory tract, or we can say it will affect their alimentary canal, or it will form lining in their stomach. So due to this reason, many animals or domestic animals are dying till today. There are many animals dying daily. They are dying. due to this reason. So it may choke respiratory tract of animals. So this is the reason why this is very dangerous to throw plastics wherever you wanted. So this is the reason we should keep a eye on throwing whatever in a proper place. Also, what happen if you throw plastics or any poly bags nearby water bodies? What happen? These plastic bottles or poly bags, they will float on the water. This accumulation of plastics which are accumulated in the pre-surface of the water, what happen? This will also allow the disease causing microorganisms to live in. This will allow the disease causing microorganism to grow in that floating water. So you should take a preventive measures to avoid all those problems in the environment. So while manufacturing this plastics, also in industry, you will find they use most of the chemicals used for preparation of plastics can cause cancer among the workers working in plastic manufacturing industry. It also leads to workers get cancer. Those who are working for the preparation of these plastics may get cancer. During recycling of thermoplast, certain coloring agents are added. It is unhygienic to keep found food stuff in these recycled plastic. While recycling this plastics, what happen? They use some coloring agent. This coloring agent which are unhygienic to our body. It is unhygienic, means if you use those recycled containers or cups for keeping food items, if you eat those food items, it will be leads to a health problem. So these are the reason why. So what are the responsible we are the responsible citizen measures to be suggest in order to avoid this disposal of plastics, or we can say avoid of using plastics? What are the steps we have to take? So solution to plastic created problems. What are the solution? Now we have to see, if you dispose these plastics will lead to health hazards and environmental hazards. This is the reason what's happening in the environment if you throw or disposal plastics in the environment. So what is the steps of solution? Those plastics which are create environment problem. So what is the solution? Solution is that solution to plastic created problems. Solution to plastic created problem. What is the solution? First, this is the responsible citizen. We must remember golden 4 principle. We have to remember golden 4R principle. We have to remember golden 4R principle. P-L-E principle. What is the golden 4R principle? First one is 4R. First one is reduce. In reduce, what happen? Instead of using some plastic polythene bag, you can use like jute bag or cotton bag. Instead of using this plastic bag, you can use substitute of jute or cotton bag, which are naturally can be decomposed easily, or it is also known as biodegradable materials or biodegradable materials that can be used instead of using. So that is the way how we can reduce. So now that is the reduce. Then reuse. Also by reusing, we can also demand of plastics will be reduced. Demand of plastic polythene bags can be used. Reuse. So whatever polythene you are using, that you can again and again you can reuse 2 times, 3 times. So that is but this is not a good principle to follow, but at least it will help to reduce the usage of plastics. Next one is then recycle. 3.1 is recycle. Recycle means whatever, like thermoplastics. Plastics can be recycled. Thermosetting plastic cannot be recycled. Thermoplastics can be recycled in a industry. By recycling, they will add some coloring agent. During that time also, it is very harmful to our health. But recycling also will stop the production of plastics. It will also reduce the production of plastics. So we can say recycle. We can do recycling, or also recycling means that also these polythene bags which are not recycled, or that is dumped under a very underground with a high temperature, they will also convert into a ethane gas. They are also used as a ethane gas. They are used as a ethane gas. So now then recycle, then recover. 1, 2, 3, 4. Recover means this reduce, reuse, recycle, recover. Recover means again you have to find another solution for this plastics bag. Instead of plastic bags, you can find other ways of using these plastics, other ways of plastic. You find all those are effective to the 4R principle. Somewhat this 4R principle will minimize the usage of plastics. We can say. So what are this our if you find in our municipal corporation, they have during recycling, this recycling is very vast process, we can say. Recycling means they will first selection will take place, or they will sorting of materials will take place, and processing will take place. These 3 steps they will follow during recycling. What happens? Therefore, they will be confused if you throw plastics which are biodegradable, which are non-biodegradable in a same garbage. So therefore, this municipal corporation have help out. They have done a easy task by keeping 2 bins. That is, one is green bin, another one is blue green. This is biodegradable. This is non-biodegradable. So non-biodegradable. So in green bin, they are kept separately. You will find in hospitals and on roadways, many places you will find there are 2 bins. One is green, one is blue. This blue indicates that non-biodegradable, like plastics, polythenes, these are kept on these blue bins, so that they will easy to separate those biodegradable and non-biodegradable, and they will take directly to the factories for recycling. So this is the reason why we follow golden 4R principle. So this is how we also avoid more usage of plastics in order to keep the environment and the public place clean. So I urge you all to be, you are the responsible ones, all of you are, we are all responsible for keeping the environment clean and free from plastics. Thank you. This is the complete chapter of this chapter. So next we will discuss regarding exercise, and then we will go to the next chapter. I hope you will understand. Any doubt, please feel free to contact me in WhatsApp. Thank you. All the best for exam. Okay, thank you.